How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation mid-year deal sale is running from now until July 1st, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $6, 60% off, Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number is a hyper-violent top-down action game where rival factions chase vengeance and power in the chaotic aftermath of the first game's bloodshed, switching between characters, each with unique abilities. Blast through neon-drenched levels demanding perfect timing and calculated aggression as a fractured story blurs reality and hallucination, all set to a pulsing soundtrack and unforgivingly stylish retro visuals. It's a 79 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Griftlands is a deck-building roguelike where every choice matters as you fight, negotiate, and navigate a broken-down sci-fi world. Play as Sal, Rook, or Smith, each with unique decks, abilities, and storylines, battle challenging bosses, hire mercenaries or pets to aid your journey, and explore richly hand-illustrated environments filled with factions and unpredictable events that keep every run fresh and exciting. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 55 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $6, 75% off, Achilles Legends Untold is a Souls-like action RPG set in ancient Greece where you play as the legendary warrior Achilles, mastering stamina-based combat, blocking, dodging, and severing limbs across an open world of mythological monsters and punishing bosses. Build your playstyle through a skill tree, weapon combinations like axes, spears, and two-handed swords, and a crafting system, while pursuing a story with 2 different endings. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $6, 70% off, Little Misfortune is an interactive story focused on exploration and characters, both sweet and dark, where you're led by mysterious new friend Mr. Voice into the woods to unravel mysteries and a bit of bad luck. Pet a doggy, fishy, wolfie, the kraken, and more, visit a pet cemetery, fall in love, commit petty crimes, and hear Misfortune's adorable voiced lines in this Fran Bow-adjacent tale from Kill Monday Games. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $7, 75% off, Megadimension Neptunia V2R is a turn-based JRPG featuring massive enemies, custom attack combos, dazzling specials, and devastating team attacks, with characters capable of 2 transformation levels for extra tactical depth across vibrant worlds and wacky dialogue. A VR mode lets you cross dimensions and hang out one-on-one with your favorite Neptunia characters, with an online dimension rank challenge to compete on leaderboards. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $10, 67% off, Toy Soldiers HD is a multi-genre action strategy game where you command antique World War I toy soldiers across trench-filled diorama battlefields, leading infantry, cavalry, tanks, and planes while wielding an arsenal of guns, mortars, and flamethrowers. Take direct control of weapons or command from above, defending your toy box with new content, skins, expanded game modes, and improved controls, plus all original DLC and a few brand new levels. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8, 20% off, Project Winter is an 8-person multiplayer survival game of trust and betrayal, where survivors gather resources and repair objectives to escape a frozen wilderness while hidden traitors work to sabotage and eliminate their so-called allies. Choose Streamlined Cabin Fever or Punishing Classic mode, communicate through proximity voice and secret radios, and unlock cosmetics as you discover whether your friends truly have your back. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Redout 2 is a tribute to classic arcade racing games and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Redout, sending you racing through dystopian wastelands of a semi-abandoned Earth at exhilarating, impossible speeds. Fly through hundreds of events across 36 reversible racetracks in an extensive single-player campaign, customize your hovership with 12 distinct chassis and countless parts, and compete in online multiplayer with regularly added seasonal content. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $7, 50% off, Jak X Combat Racing follows Jak and Daxter as a mysterious invite to Crass City turns deadly when the sinister crew poisons them, forcing the duo to race in the Crass City Grand Championship for the antidote against the world's best drivers. Blend high-speed racing with weaponized combat across the biggest combat racing event on the planet, battling through tracks packed with hazards, rivals, and explosive vehicular mayhem. It's a 77 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Vendetta Forever is a VR action game fusing rapid-fire tactical gunplay with acrobatic style, where you shoot to kill and seize enemies' weapons mid-air to propel yourself through over 60 cinematic scenes spanning saloon shootouts to high-altitude hijackings. Wield over 50 iconic weapons, silenced pistols, sniper rifles, even a pencil, to a pounding synthetic soundtrack with global leaderboards and 20 modifiers keeping the carnage fresh. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $10, 60% off, The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante is a narrative RPG told through a journal, following a commoner's journey to claim a family legacy in an empire where dissent is mercilessly crushed. Develop traits like determination and endurance, make consequential choices shaping your relationships, and explore branching paths toward becoming a judge, inquisitor, or revolutionary, aided by a resurrection system that carries experience beyond death. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $7, 50% off, Platypus Reclayed is a complete claymation revamp of the iconic indie shoot-'em-up, putting you in the cockpit of the legendary F-27 Platypus to defend Mongolia from the expansionist city of Colossotropolis. Rebuilt from scratch with stunning 4K artwork and new weapons, it features 2-player simultaneous action, adjustable difficulty, and the original soundtrack alongside fresh remixes of the classic 1980s tunes. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $7, 40% off, Gleylancer and Gynoug Classic Shmups Pack bundles two 16-bit shoot-'em-ups. Gleylancer, where a heroine pilot hijacks a fighter to find her missing father across an alien-filled universe, and Gynoug, where the Angel War battles grotesque demons to stop the destroyer's spread of evil. Both feature improved accessibility options, modern controls, customizable ship power-ups, and classic retro console graphics and sound. It's a 79 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to finish both games. For $6, 90% off, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 Deluxe Edition is an open-world detective adventure where young Sherlock returns to his mother's Mediterranean home to uncover the truth and forge his reputation as a master sleuth. Explore the vibrant island city, gather clues, and use your mind palace to solve cases through deduction, stealth, or strategic force, navigating political intrigue and moral dilemmas alongside your enigmatic companion John. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8, 80% off, Gigantosaurus Dino Kart is a family-friendly kart racer where you and up to 3 friends race across 15 tracks in Cretaceous, playing as dino favorites like Bill, Matsu, Rocky, and Tiny while dodging lava eruptions in the mighty Gigantosaurus roar. Pick up jetpack boosts, shortcuts, and rival-knocking power-ups, with auto-steering carts and on-screen reading help from Matsu making it accessible for racers of every age. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $6, 70% off, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare is a colorful third-person shooter reimagining the franchise with charm, humor, and surprisingly solid mechanics, letting you choose plants or zombies across vibrant maps and chaotic 24-player online battles. Master unique character classes, team up for 4-player co-op horde battles and boss encounters, and customize your favorite characters in this lighthearted shooter with enough depth to stay engaging. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Particle Hearts is a third-person adventure game set in a sinister, beautiful world made entirely of particles, where you manipulate matter with special abilities to solve puzzles, evade enemies, and uncover hidden paths through open environments. Meet creatures who help or hinder your journey, collect scattered memories, and piece together your connection to this land in a story where friend and foe stay blurred. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9, 75% off, Arcade Paradise High Score Edition follows Ashley as she manages a family laundromat by day, washing rags and investing profits to secretly build a thriving arcade that revives the sleepy town of Grindstone against her father's wishes. Install over 35 fully playable retro cabinets, including both coin-op DLC packs, the licensed Kung Fury cabinet, and the new Vostok Inc. pinball, in this nostalgic 90s journey from rags to arcade riches. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $6, 80% off. Tin and Kuna is a colorful, chaotic puzzle platformer where you spin and smash through vibrant worlds as Kuna, collecting power crystals to unlock abilities like jumping higher, catching fire, and attaching to magnetic objects throughout. Use these skills to navigate puzzles in peril, rescue Tin, and bring the world back into balance as you defeat the encroaching force of chaos across these colorful, ever-shifting landscapes. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off. Crimsonland is an intense top-down dual-stick shooter where your screen fills with hundreds of aliens, giant spiders, and mutant lizards, as you complete 60 quests to unlock 30 unique weapons and 55 perks before unleashing your arsenal in 5 survival modes. Compete on global and friend leaderboards solo or in 4-player local co-op, with dedicated co-op leaderboards letting you show off your skills together. It's a 70 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 30 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $6, 36% off. Freshly Frosted is a relaxing puzzle game where you solve 144 donut-themed dilemmas using mechanics like splitters, pushers, mergers, and teleporters, all guided by a calming narrator across a whimsical skyscrape of pastry possibilities. Discover delightfully shaped donuts from jelly-filled classics to pumpkin and snowflake designs, each with 12 themed boxes bringing its own flavor, tune, and mesmerizing pastel scenery to soothe and satisfy. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off. Trigger Witch combines 16-bit action-adventure nostalgia with twin-stick shooter chaos in a world where magic's been replaced by guns and grit, filled with dangerous enemies and challenging boss encounters. You play as a young witch in training whose life is upended when a mysterious man invades her realm, sparking a bloody journey to restore balance using an ever-expanding arsenal of powerful and upgradable firearms. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8, 90% off. Strange Brigade Deluxe Edition is a third-person action shooter where a team of daring heroes battles through dangerous ruins, pyramids, and caves to stop the risen Witch King Sateki and her army of mummified monstrosities. Explore alone or in 2 to 4 player online co-op, solving puzzles, uncovering treasure, and blasting undead enemies across a rip-roaring campaign with the full season pass and Secret Service weapons pack included. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, the Shadowrun Trilogy bundles 3 cult tactical RPGs set in a cyberpunk world where magic has reawakened ancient creatures of myth, spanning Seattle's sprawl, Berlin's anarchic flux state, and corporate-controlled Hong Kong. Build a team of Shadowrunners wielding mystical and technical powers, uncover conspiracies tied to a legendary dragon, and turn the tables on corrupt corporations and police. It's an 80 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 110 hours to finish all 3 games. For $8, 60% off. Legend of Keepers, Career of a Dungeon Manager mixes dungeon management with roguelite, letting you plan defenses against invading heroes, placing traps and monsters before watching turn-based battles unfold in this reversed dungeon crawler. Climb the corporate ladder of the Dungeons Company, hire monsters, manage employees and trap stock, deal with strikes and quirky events, and carry master bonuses between increasingly challenging runs. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.